As you're finishing up your kitchen plan, I want to talk to you a little bit about layers. Layers are kind of like tracing paper, and if you can imagine having different sheets piled on top of each other for different things. For instance, you might want to have all your line work for your walls and whatnot on one layer, all your appliances on another layer, all your text and dimensions on another layer. And what this does is allows us to be able to remove those sheets of paper to clear up our drawing a little bit. So our layers items are up here in this part of the ribbon, and we can see what layer we're working on. Right here we're on the visible lines layer, but I can turn off on and off layers, and I can also change colors of those layers and different things like that. So let's look at the layers property over here on the left. Let's just go column by column, see what these look like. In the first column we have a status. It tells us which layer is active, and yes, you can be working in more layers than one. The second column is name of the layer. The third one tells us whether it's on or off. Like I said, I can turn some off, I can turn some on. You can freeze a layer or lock a layer. So freeze or lock a layer kind of keeps preventing it from unwanted edits. We can change the color, how it appears on our work screen. The line type. Most of the time it's going to be continuous. Every once in a while we're going to change the line type. Line weight, how heavy the line work is. Transparency, if we want it to be semi-transparent, we can change that here. And then plot style, what color do we want it to plot in? Most of the time we're going to have line work print in black, but there are times where we need a different color, blue or green or red, and that's when we'll change the color here for when we print it out. Do we want to plot the layer? Sometimes we don't want to plot all the layers. Viewport, and you can change stuff in your viewport, or do you want to create a new viewport for that layer? And then lastly, a description. So these are all the properties. To add a new layer, you would just go up to here, add a new layer, and we'll call it new layer. And then we can do stuff like turn it on, turn it off. We can change the color of how it appears in our text. So if I want to draw in a yellow color, I'd hit OK. Make it active to draw. The line work, right now it's a continuous line. If I wanted to make it a phantom line, I could do that. Okay, now it's a phantom line, and then I can change the print color too. Right now it's the same color. It would be yellow, the same as it is in the box. If I wanted it to be black, I would just change that to 7, and I'll show you how to do that later. And then the rest of it we're just going to kind of leave alone. So that's layers. If I want to, and now I know that the new layer is active, so when I draw line work, comes up. It should be yellow. I'm not sure why it's not printing in yellow. Let's see. Let's look at the properties. It wasn't changed in the properties by layer. So anyway, so for your hidden lines, let's go make hidden lines our active layer. So now when we draw a line. It's going to be a hidden line. And I've changed the color, so I don't want to do that. So just a little bit of information on layers and how layers work. The other thing is I mentioned if you want to get rid of like the text and the hidden lines and just see your line work, you can turn those layers off. And you can see what's going on. Back to visible lines. Or we can go back and turn those on. And they come back. Now we're ready to plot out our floor plan.